What's up, Jordan? This is Jordan Reynolds, guys. Um, he's an amateur boxer, planning on turning pro very soon. Correct, Jordan?
Well, actually, I've just turned pro.
Okay.
I was supposed to. I was going to stay on to the next Olympics, but the Olympics were supposed to be this year, so I didn't want to wait for this COVID stuff. I think we're going to be waiting another 3 or 4 years for the next Olympics, and I thought the time is to turn pro now. That's the right time. I don't really want to be waiting another 3 or 4 years in the amateur game. You know, I've had a lot of fights.
How many amateur fights do you have, Jordan?
I've had about 112, 198. That's quite a lot for me. I started boxing at 16 years old. So a lot of lads, they have a fight, their first fight, like 11, 12. So I've been around the block. I've been in the Olympic team for 4 years. I've had a lot of international fights, a good pedigree, and I'm ready to take this into play to the pro game and then take over at the middleweight division.
And what age did you get into the Olympic team?
I was 21.
21.
Yeah.
So you said you started boxing at 16?
Yeah, my first fight at 16. I got sent to gym at 15. Yeah, bro. Yeah. So I stepped into the boxing gym at 15 years old, and I was sent to the gym, to be fair, because I was into a lot of trouble. And then I had my first amateur fight at 16, and then from there I never looked back, mate. And I've won the nationals, the British titles, international titles, multi-nation titles, and was supposed to represent my country to the Olympics. That would have been the icing on the cake.
I see. And Jordan, so what got you into boxing?
Do you know what it is? A lot of people can relate. It's probably just a normal, I don't know what you call it down, in the stateside. I think like the Bronx or the ghetto. I don't know. Well, I'm from in England. I'm from the estates, so it's a rough area. There's nothing there. We're all living off trying to live off the government. And there's no. All the generations is the same generation. Everyone falls into drugs and being alcoholics and things like that. And it was just a wow for me. And I was in a lot of trouble. I was seeing a lot of things at home I shouldn't have seen. A lot of violence and mental torture. And when I was boxing, when I first started at boxing in school,
yeah,
it was the only time I felt safe. The only time I felt like I should be here. I felt at home. And I was still getting into a lot of trouble. So the man from the gym, he said, "Look, you can come stay with me." I thought to myself, I don't know about that. I want to be, making fast money and things like that.
Right.
And I'm 50 at this point, so I thought, I thought I'll give it a go. And I just thought it was making my mum a bit happy. I stopped bringing police to the door. My mum wasn't, upset anymore, crying and things like that. I thought to myself, I can make something of myself. Do you know what I mean? And then from then on, I was still doing bad stuff, but I was kind of hiding out in the gym because I got kicked out of school, so I was just working in the gym. And then I was only working 4 or 5 hours a day. Then when I was kind of hiding out in the gym, trouble kind of found me. And then then he said, "All right, listen, you're gonna, if you want to do this seriously, you need to stick to doctors." He said, "I'm talented." He said, "You can be in the gym 10 in the morning till 10 at night every day." And at 15, 16, that's a lot of hours, you know what I mean? And
right.
That's a lot of, you kind of just stuck in the gym. And
exactly.
I've done it for a year, 2 years, 10 in the morning till 10 at night, Monday to Saturday. And then learning my craft, it grew me up. It made me into a man and showed me real discipline and how to speak to people. And I was a very shy kid. I couldn't speak to anyone. I was a very angry and frustrated man. And I couldn't speak to anyone. He kind of molded me into who I am today and found out how to treat people. And from then on, I went on and I went to box, and I went from there to Stevenage. My first season of boxing, I got to the finals of the yours would be called the Golden Gloves. I was called the ABAs, and I had 2 fights, and I entered the ABAs. And I was fighting kids with 60, 70 fights, and I fought 7 or 8 times all the way to the final. Boxed some of the best kids in the country.
Who'd you box?
Huh?
Who are some of those guys that you boxed? Yeah.
I boxed home count. So to be the best in the home counties was Kevin. This is the first. This man I used to remember. So the first season of boxing, I boxed for the best to be the best in the home counties was Kevin McDonough. Then I boxed in the pre-quarterfinals. Everyone was saying, he's the best in London. London was where it was at. It was the first ever southpaw ever boxed. I didn't even know he was southpaw to the last round. Like, I was so nervous. I boxed him. I beat him. Matthew Roberts, he was the best in London. Then I boxed the favourites from South East. Like, everyone said he's going to go. He'll either go on to win it or get to the final. Connor Hudson, I remember he was being cocky and, he thought he was like he's had 60, 70 fights. Like, this is like my fifth fight, you know what I mean?
Oh, it was only his fifth fight?
I outworked him, outmanned him. And then the semi-finals, I boxed a lad who boxed for England, and everyone was like, you've done so well, Jordan, you're number 3 in the country now, you boxed an England lad, you've done well. But then I went on to beat him, and then I went to the final, and I boxed a fellow who won a silver in the World Games, number 2 in the world, and he beat me by 5 or 6 points, and I thought, here we go. I thought, you know what, I thought I've got something here. But as I was in these championships, I watched all the other lads, and there was kids from a gym called West Ham, and it's about an hour and a half. It's like one of the best well-known old school gyms in the country, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to take the trip there, and I stayed there with a random family, and it just excelled my career. And I went to Hoddesdon, and then I was going to turn pro 18, but I thought I wasn't ready, and I thought I'm going to get onto the England team, go onto the England team, undefeated as an England international, become England captain, and then go on to the Olympic team.
How do you become the captain?
I think it was just like I think I've always been a leader. I've never been I never followed anyone. I've always done me. I've always just been me. Like, I know you follow my Instagram and that. I'm around my area, everyone listens to rap music and things like that. Like, I love all that music, but you got me walking out on the streets like Elvis Presley, all these 50s, and doing all this old school dance and that. It's different, and I've always stayed true to myself, and I've always been strong-minded. Do you know what I mean? So I just guided. I was good to guide the team, and anyone could always just come to me and speak to me.
Exactly.
And yeah. So
Jordan, how many WSB fights did you have?
I had about. I think I had 3. I won 2 of them. There's a good Croatia. I can't remember what I boxed. I've had 3. Won 2, lost 1. One I lost against was from Kazakhstan. I took on a day notice. On a 2-day notice? Unbelievable it was. Like, it was unbelievable. And do you know what? Like, it was a good fight. It was a close fight, but very, 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 very good operator in the ring it was.
And how do you qualify for the WSB fights? For people that don't know,
you got to have a certain style for it. You got to have a certain style. You got to be, because it's 5 rounds, it's smaller gloves. You got to be quite intelligent. So you kind of pick by the government of the boxing team for your national team. Do you know what I mean? So they don't just let anyone go in there, because it can be dangerous. Like, especially when you're boxing these Russians and things like that with little gloves on and 5 rounds. So yeah, you got to win your nationals and represent your countries numerous times and clear up in your division. Then you go into the World Series boxing and you represent the British Lionhearts against the world.
And would you say those WSB fights were the toughest fights, or no?
Nah, like, do you know what? They're good fights. But that one against Andy Kazak was tough. But when you go to these countries like Belarus, Ukraine, all these mad countries, you box like you see unbelievable talent, and you end up competing with like lads who are going to be like, Russians who've had 400 amateur fights, lost 3 and things like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've seen the Lomachenko's in the Olympics and the Olympics. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? People never really seen it, but when we're going to these countries, we can see them at first sight. So it was going to these countries like that, and that's when you really get an eye opener. And it's like, like, it's a dog sport, man. Like, you gotta. I always believe, like, I'm a big believer in, like, you gotta have a bit of rough and ready growing up a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, you ain't got that killer instinct. And these Russians, and these Kazakhs, they're fighting. If they don't win, they're not getting fed. Do you know what I mean? There's
Right.
different hunger, and the Cubans, you know.
Have you fought the Cubans?
Nah, I've never met. Do you know what? I've always wanted to meet a Cuban, and we never crossed paths. You know, like we'd always be on the other side of the draw, or just say one of us would get beat just before the final, or things like that, really. But the cat who I boxed in the WSB, he was like a Cuban, mate. He beat everyone, mate. He beat everyone.
Yeah.
He beat the Cubans and everything. Yeah, so he was a good. He was one of the best fighters, to be fair. I boxed.
Jordan, and I saw you fought Benjamin Whittaker.
Yeah. I boxed him. It was my first or second senior. First or second year of a senior. Very good lad, very good amateur. He's made for the amateurs, you know, 3 rounds, very athletic style. He's a very talented kid, you know. He's got a big future. He's staying on the Olympic team. He's only young, so yeah, he's good, you know. Like I tried when I was looking at him, I thought I probably got my tactics a bit wrong. I thought, you know what, where he's tall and dangly, I thought I'm just gonna not box. I thought I'd just try to rough him up a bit, and he just kind of played into his hands. Really, I should have just boxed him, but this is what the amateur boxing is for, you know. You learn everything in this game. You learn your apprenticeship, and then you know you made all the mistakes in the amateurs, and then you just take it all, you know, all the positives to the pros.
Jordan, I have a question. Do you know who or have you sparred him? Or do you know him, Anthony Fowler?
Yeah, I've done many rounds of Fowler. Yeah,
really?
Fowler, yeah. He's heavy-handed. He's heavy-handed. Tell you that.
Are you guys from the same area, or?
Nah, he's from Liverpool. I'm like near London. He's like up north. I'm south.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he's a weight below me, or 2 weights below me, I think.
And he signed with Matchroom, correct?
Yeah.
Matchroom. And tell the fans or the people on here. I remember one time you went to Vegas to the Floyd Mayweather gym. And
yeah, but I've been everywhere, man. Like you know, I met you where? I met you 7 years ago. I was 18 years old, and I thought I went all the way to LA by myself just to spar. You know what I mean? And like I thought, why not? Do you know what I mean? And I thought, you know, I walked into a bit of money. I thought, you know, I made a bit of money by myself, and I thought I'll go to LA. You know, you get some sparring, bit of experience, and then yeah, I went to the Mayweather gym, the doghouse, done the doghouse first. Yeah, I was waiting. I turned up with just the gum shield, and I was waiting for the spar, and he was taking ages. I thought, you know what? I said, I'll spar anyone.
Yeah.
So he got this fire in, and he said, all right, this guy, it was like, you know, he's supposed to be like, you know, a proper dog and that, and he put me in the doghouse, and I think I stopped. Like I think it lasted about 6 or 7 minutes. I stopped him, and then after that, they called me in, and then I was training alongside Devin Haney, and you know, I was sparring Andrew Tabiti and Kevin Newman and all these lads, and they're just like, I have my respect out there. Do you know what I mean? Like I loved it out there, man. I loved it out there. I was there every day, like.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I was there every day, man. Like, and that wasn't even a boxing holiday. It was a holiday just to like kind of switch off from boxing, have a few drinks, things like that, and then I just ended up staying in the gym.
Wait, Jordan, but you sparred Kevin Newman, correct?
Yeah.
How was that work?
Yeah, sound, man. Sound. Fine with it, mate. Like, fine with it. Good work, mate. Like, we're both like. Each time we sparred, we was always changing our game plans. And like, the first time I sparred, I tried roughing him up, and he was trying to box. And then the second time, I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna make it really boring. I just stood there and tried to make him come forward, and he didn't like that. And then it was good spars, man. I like Kevin. He's a nice man. He's a good lad. He's a nice man.
Jordan, how would you? Because I met you when I was around 16 at the Wildcard Boxing Gym. How old were you right there when you came to LA?
What's that, bro?
How old were you there when you came to Los Angeles?
Do you know what, bro? I was about what was that? 18, 17, 18 maybe.
18, 17.
Yeah, I was something like that. I was a young gun, man. Like, I don't know. I was young. I know I was young because I was. You know what? I was nervous, like even traveling, and I was in some like rough hotel, and I was just like, I didn't know where I was. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was scared to go out at night. Do you know what I mean? I was only young. I didn't know where I was going, but it was a good experience, man. It toughened me up.
Did you? Cause I saw you in Lozzie, your brother Lozzie.
Oh, I know Joe. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah, good Joe.
Joe. You guys went to Thailand as well, no?
No, we went to Vegas together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we won this title in England, and we said if we win that, to be fair, no, we didn't even know each other properly. He got to the England team, and then we just said, I'd love to go to Vegas, and he said, I want to go to Vegas as well. And I was like, come on, let's book it, and then we just booked it, and we had we had the best time ever out there. Like, it was just partying and fun boxing. It was the best.
And so how's the debut coming for the fans who want to know more about that, about your future pro career?
Well, listen, it's all going to be starting next month, November. Haven't got a date yet, but I should be out once or twice this year. Could it be fun? It's all up in the air for me because it's COVID stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's slowed down my medical, but that's getting seen through next week. And then, yeah, it's there for me. The program's always been made for me. I'm a showman. I'm a big tea. Obviously, I can't sell tea salmon, but I attract a lot of people. I've got a great following, and I haven't even that's just from mouth, word of mouth. So when I get on this platform, I'll be showcasing my skills and my attitude, my personality, and hopefully people take to me.
And Jordan, who would you like to sign with?
Well, so I'm with the biggest management team in the world. I'm with MTK Global.
Okay.
The plan is I don't want to this year or next year. I don't want to just be with one promoter. I want to freelance. So I want to go on Eddie Hearn shows. Then when Eddie Hearn ain't got a show, I'll go on the Top Rank and the ESPN shows. Then when they ain't got shows, I'll go on the Frank Warren BT Sports. So I'm just gonna float about for the first year, go on all the promoters' builds, build myself up as a brand, get the experience, be on all the TVs, BT Sports, Sky Sports, ESPN. Then I can say, look, boom, I want to go with you, offer me this much, you know what I mean?
So you basically want to build your brand up.
Yeah, man, be smart about it.
I see,
There's no rush, you know what I mean? As long as we're getting paid right and getting looked after, it don't matter.
So, Jordan, where can the fans contact you at?
I'm on Twitter. The Twitter's Reynolds Boxing, or you can all just, I know Instagram's big these days, so J Reynolds Boxing. Yeah, that's probably the best way. Facebook, I'm not too much on Facebook. It's more of a personal, really. But yeah, Instagram and Twitter.
Jordan, is there anything else you would like to tell the fans that I didn't say?
No, just this year. I know this is all stateside, so I look forward to showcasing my skills over in America. And I feel like my style, my personality will the Americans will take to me. So I look forward to performing for you guys.
Hell yeah! Before I let you guys go, I want to tell you that I was in the gym with Jordan and I saw him spar. I was really young. I saw him spar Fernandan. He's nice. He's now signed with Golden Boy. He was number one on the USA rankings, and it was great work. Jordan is up there. He's an amazing fighter. He's a very talented fighter. One of the most talented guys I've seen. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. This is Marcopflores and Jordan Reynolds signing out.